Welcome. Welcome to our April 5th Pickleweed Advisory Committee meeting. The time is 7:02, and we welcome everybody here. Becky, would you please do roll call?
Right, thank you. Yaro Sabales is absent this evening. Miguel Hau Gutierrez.
Here.
Thank you. Nancy Palacios.
Here.
Great. Kate Sprague.
Here.
Janet Tanchez. Okay, Rosa Vasquez is absent this evening as well as Louise Youst. And then next we have Cicely Emerson. Thank you.
I'd also like to recognize that we've got Library and Recreation Director Catherine Krupa here. We've got Assistant Library and Recreation Director Greg Verame on the screen, and Becky Warden's our Senior Administrative Assistant, and she will be present taking minutes and doing the on and off of the screen. We also have a lot of presenters tonight, and they'll be introduced when the item comes up. So, Becky, I'd like to invite you to explain how the public can participate virtually.
All right, thank you, Steve. Before we begin, we would like to announce that tonight's Pickleweed Advisory meeting will include Spanish language, simultaneous and consecutive interpretation provided by qualified interpreters on the Spanish channel. Now, through completion of the meeting, if watching on Zoom, you can join the Spanish channel by clicking on the interpretation icon in the Zoom toolbar. It looks like a globe. We ask that everyone participating tonight speak slowly to allow our interpreter to effectively express your comments. I'm going to go ahead and start the interpretation now.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Ok, buenas noches a todos. Antes de comenzar, queremos anunciar que la reunión de asesoría de Pickleweed incluirá interpretación simultánea y consecutiva en el idioma de español, proporcionado por intérpretes calificados en el canal de español, desde ahorita hasta completar la reunión. Si está viendo en Zoom o está participando en Zoom, puede integrarse al canal de español haciéndole clic al icono de interpretación que va a salir en la parte de abajo de su pantalla, que parece un globo. Le pedimos a todos participando esta noche que hablen un poco más despacio para permitir que nuestros intérpretes expresen sus comentarios eficazmente. Gracias. Now you can start, please. Thank you.
So for agenda amendments, we had a recommendation to move item 6, Canal Arts Mural Project, to follow the Pickleweed Park Enhancement project updates. So we will proceed with item number 1, approval of regular minutes of the February 1st, 2023 meeting. I invite any questions or answers from committee members or staff regarding the minutes. Anybody has any? Does anybody in the public have any questions about the minutes from our last meeting? Becky, online?
No, Steve.
Okay. That. And then if I could have a motion in a second, please approve the minutes of February 1st, 2023. Second.
And Steve, I couldn't hear who made the motion. Okay, and the second?
Nancy made the second.
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to take roll here. So Miguel Hau Gutierrez.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Nancy Palacios.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kate Sprague.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Janet Tanchez. All right, thank you. Motion approved.
Thank you, Becky. Okay, now for public comment. Is anybody in attendance here to make a comment about something that is not on the agenda today? Becky? Online?
Let's see here. To comment on Zoom, please use the raised hand feature. To comment by phone, please press *9 to raise your hand. And once you've heard the notification that the host is inviting you to speak, please press *6 to unmute yourself. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to provide public comment and will be muted once time has elapsed. I do not see a raised hand, Steve.
So we'll move on to matters before the committee. Item number 3, it's a presentation on the Pickleweed Park Enhancement Project. And I'm going to turn it over to Assistant Library and Recreation Director Craig Verme, who will provide some background on the project and also introduce Melanie.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here, whether you're here virtually or in person. My name is Craig, as Steve mentioned. I'm the Assistant Library and Recreation Director. And while I'm new to the city, this project is not new to the city. This has been a long-standing goal for more than a decade to work on some enhancement projects and improvements to Pickleweed Park. And in the last couple of years, the city has taken some action to pursue some grant funding and work on the design for this project. And I'm excited to introduce Melanie Reynolds with Gates & Associates, who's going to share a little more additional information about where we're currently at with this project, share some information about ways that you can contribute to help us finalize the design for that project, and hopefully have an opportunity for any questions. So I'm going to turn it over at this point in time to Melanie.
Okay, members in the audience here, does anybody need that translated into Spanish? Or are we okay with English?
Necesita que le traduzcan esto español, yes, they do.
Depends. Okay. Can we please have that translated? Are our interpreters there?
I think Becky may have to toggle off interpretation for us to hear them in English on our channel.
Yeah, let me check here. Charles, are you able to hear me?
Put Charles out of interpretation.
I will take him out. Thank you.
Give him the boot.
All right. All right, Charles, can you hear us? We're looking for an interpretation here.
There's some chairs over here too. Charles, are you there?
That was great.
Becky,
Becky, are you able to allow him to speak?
He's off of interpreter and it shows that he is unmuted. All right, how about now, Charles? Are
There
you-
we go. Yeah, now I'm out of it because I was still in the Spanish channel. Yeah.
Yeah, we got you out.
Okay. Sorry, you'll have to repeat what you want interpreted. I do apologize. I can't retain it for that long.
Not a problem. I'll go ahead and start over here. So again, my name is Craig Verme. I'm the Assistant Library and Recreation Director. And I just shared that while I'm fairly new to the city of San Rafael, I've been with the city for just under a year. The city has been working on this project for quite some time. It's been about 10 years of work to get to this point. And we've completed some extensive community outreach and received some wonderful feedback from the community up to this point. But we are here tonight I'm going to turn it over to Melanie Reynolds with Gates & Associates to share an update on the current status of this project, to share some examples of feedback, ways that you can contribute to helping us finalize the design for this project, and then provide an opportunity for the community to provide feedback and ask questions. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Melanie.
Bueno, me llamo Craig Verme, soy el subdirector de Bibliotecas y Recreación. Soy más o menos nuevo aquí en la ciudad de San Rafael. Llevo menos que un año aquí en la ciudad trabajando, pero pues la ciudad ya ha trabajado en este proyecto, ya ha tramitado este proyecto por bastante tiempo, unos 10 años para llegar a este punto. Completamos o llevamos a cabo bastante comunicación con la comunidad, participación comunitaria y recibimos bastantes opiniones y retroalimentación muy buena. Pero ahora lo voy a pasar a Melanie Reynolds con Gates Associates para dar noticias sobre el proyecto y comentarles a ustedes cómo ustedes pueden contribuir a los diseños y también dar sus opiniones y retroalimentación.
All right, good evening. So should I kind of breathe after every slide?
After the slide.
Okay. If I go too quick, tell me. Stop. So good evening. I'm Melanie Reynolds, Gates Associate. I'm here to talk to you a bit about the Pickleweed Park enhancements and the future plans for this wonderful park you guys all have. We are Gates and Associates. We are landscape architects and planners. We're in San Ramon. I'm sorry, Walnut Creek, recently San Ramon, really to Walnut Creek. I'm the project manager, and there are several other of my team members, Chuck and Rebecca, who have been working on this project. We're not here this evening, and then you can see as well your City of San Rafael team. Many of them are in this room or on the call, and there's a couple of others as part of Public Works who have been really integral in moving this project forward.
Charles, are you able to?
Sorry, so for the interpreter, there's actually confusion on the roles tonight. I was under the impression for Zoom meetings that we usually do the simultaneous, but is this also going to need a consecutive
Yes, I think
in person? Because it's
we'll do the Zoom and the other will be consecutive here.
We don't have the headphone capacity.
because the interpreters have to be able, they need to be able to take breaks and swap. And so I'm just, it's a little unclear for the interpreter. I'm sorry. Are we just going to be in our own separate rooms the entire time interpreting?
That's what I was under the impression, that we would do that and we could switch taking turns being. Zoom.
So I see. Can I talk to my coworker for a moment, actually? we need to figure out a logistics, so because usually there will be 2 interpreters on Zoom doing simultaneous, because you have to take a break from simultaneous and let the other one do simultaneous. If we also need another interpreter to do interpretation consecutively in the room, it's kind of a separate, normally it's a separate interpreter or
Sure, I get you.
going. Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna pause for a minute, Steve, just the recording.
Melanie, you want to take it from the top again? Just
Yes.
please.
I'm Melanie Reynolds with Gates and Associates. We are landscape architects and planners in Walnut Creek, California.
Okay, ella es Melanie Reynolds de Gates and Associates y ellos son, ellos trabajan con los parques en San Rafael.
And then we have been working with the City of San Rafael team, who most of you know, and a lot of them are in the room here, and also several other of the Public Works Department on Pickleweed Park and the future enhancements.
Y también hemos estado trabajando con la ciudad de San Rafael y diferentes personas en el equipo, como también el Departamento de Obras Públicas sobre el parque, sobre las mejoras del parque.
So I'm here tonight to tell you a bit about where we are at in the Pickleweed Park enhancement project process. I'm going to quickly share where we are now in the project, a concept plan or the concept plan, our outreach efforts to date, what we've heard thus far, and then next steps, and of course, take any questions from the committee and public input.
Entonces voy a compartir con ustedes dónde estamos ahorita con este proceso, cuál es el plan del concepto, cuáles son los esfuerzos de alcance que se han hecho hasta la fecha, lo que hemos escuchado de parte de ustedes, los próximos pasos y por supuesto cualquier pregunta que puedan tener.
So where we are now on the project, you can see this is a graphic representation of the project and how we see it working out. So we kicked off the project last year. You can see that under the 2022 winter.
Esta es una gráfica de del proyecto. Pueden ver que empezamos el proyecto en el 2022, ahí a mano izquierda.
Currently, we're here in 2023, working on design development, so taking the concept plan further. Environmental permitting, you guys know we're supposed to the bay, so there's some fun stuff with that, and then we'll get to the final design. And you know where we are with the star and kind of all of that. We have an online survey for community participation, a couple pop-up events, and we completed our first pop-up event last week. So that's here we are right here, or that's where we are with the star in the middle.
Ok, en este año, como pueden ver, tenemos la fase 2, que es el desarrollo del diseño. Tenemos los permisos que estamos buscando del medio ambiente y el diseño final. Pueden ver con la estrella, que es donde estamos ahorita. Hemos hecho una encuesta en línea para las personas, como también eventos repentinos y acabamos de hacer uno la semana pasada y aquí estamos exactamente donde está la estrella.
So our hope is that with environmental permitting and the review process, that we can start getting this built, you know, early next year, late this year, pretty soon we can start the process. We'll see, it's a big park, so it'll be done in phases, but we're hopeful we can move this along quickly, so you guys can order the benefits of it.
Ok, y entonces, junto con los permisos y el proceso de revisión, estamos esperando que podamos empezar este proyecto a principios del próximo año o al finales de este año. Como pueden ver, se va a hacer en fases, pero lo queremos hacer lo antes posible para que ustedes puedan gozar de los beneficios de esto.
Are you able to minimize the? Yeah, I thought it was me. So this is the plan, the concept plan for your park. We are currently sitting in this room here. So you can see what we have planned. For the interpreter, I'll do one number at a time and then let you.
Okay, thank you.
So you can see here, the number 1 is this new all-weather synthetic, all-weather turf field that has both fields for soccer and baseball.
Ok, como pueden ver, este es el plan del concepto. Como pueden ver, estamos aquí abajo donde puso inicialmente el cursor. En el edificio es donde estamos sentados y dice que este número 1, el verde, es un campo de fútbol de todo clima, tanto de fútbol como de béisbol.
And then next is over here. This will be, was a toddler area and those amenities have been removed. So we are going to replace them with new toddler play elements.
Este número 2 es donde jugaban los niños pequeños y vamos a reemplazar parte del equipo que está ahí.
Number 3 here is fitness equipment. So if you want to come and work out a little bit outside while your kids are playing sports or just because you want to be outside in this beautiful environment, there will be a spot for that.
Número 3 son para hacer ejercicio. Si ustedes es al aire libre, entonces si ustedes quieren hacer ejercicio mientras sus niños juegan, no solo pues para llegar, ahí lo van a tener.
Number 4 here is a large new planting area. Some of it is for water treatment, which is required when you improve sites. So some will be water treatment and the other we will focus on native drought tolerant plants.
Ok, esta área aquí, número 4, es área de biotratamiento. Es obligatorio tenerlo cuando se hace un proyecto así. Parte va a ser para tratamiento del agua, pero parte también va a ser para plantas que necesitan poca agua.
Number 5 is a new restroom building. It's in the same place as your current restroom. It'll just be a newer, slightly larger facility.
Número 5 son los baños. donde están los baños actualmente, pero va a ser un poquito más grande y mejor.
Number 6 here is a new gazebo for gatherings. So when we want to have community gatherings, picnics, birthday parties, whatever it may be, there's a new gazebo covered area right here between the existing play area and the new restroom.
Número 6 es una glorieta donde uno puede tener reuniones comunitarias o un picnic o cumpleaños. Es un área cubierta que está entre el equipo actual donde juegan los niños y los baños.
Number 7 is a new sign for the park and kind of new planting area to make the front door of your park when you come in and walk in our park, really special and welcoming.
Número 7 es un rótulo nuevo para el parque. También área verde nuevo para cuando uno entra al parque se vea todo bien bonito.
Number 8 and 9 are a new enclosed basketball court and also seating right outside of the fencing. So you can come and play basketball in an enclosed safe area where the ball won't bounce, all over. There's a possibility that this could be used for football too if it wasn't being utilized for basketball.
Okay. Número 8 y 9 es donde está una cancha de basquetbol. El 9 y el 8 es donde hay asientos ahí. El 9, la cancha de básquet está cerrada para que no se salgan las pelotas y posiblemente se pueda usar también para fútbol si no se está ocupando para basquetbol en ese momento.
And then lastly, number 10 is additional parking. So we will extend the parking out a bit, gain, I don't know, anywhere between probably 15 to 20 stalls, depending, to make the parking loads here a little less, even though we know it's not as much as you all would like, but it's still some additional stalls to use the parking.
Y el número 10 es estacionamiento adicional. Aproximamos entre 15 y 20 espacios adicionales que van a poner ahí. Yo sé que no es lo que ustedes hubieran querido más, pero por lo menos es un poquito más.
All right, so what we've done today, we attended the Easter egg hunt that you guys had, very successful event last Saturday. We asked 3 questions. I'll let you go now. Sorry.
Ok. El sábado pasado hicimos una búsqueda de huevitos de Pascua muy exitoso. Fue el sábado pasado y hay 3 preguntas.
So we asked you guys to select your preferred design for the toddler play area.
Durante ese evento les hicimos estas 3 preguntas. Les pedimos que seleccionaran su diseño preferido para el área de juego de los niños pequeños.
We asked that you select your top 3 options for the outdoor fitness equipment.
Les pedimos que seleccionaran las mejores 3 opciones para el equipo de ejercicio al aire libre.
And then we asked you to select your preferred design for the gazebo.
Y les pedimos que eligieran su diseño preferido para la glorieta.
In total, I think there were about 170 participants between adults and children. So it was awesome to see, and thank you all. I know a lot of you were here, were there, and it was a great event.
En total creo que habían tal vez 170 personas. Fue asombroso verlo y gracias a todos ustedes por ayudar con eso.
So we also have an online survey available and open to the public.
También tenemos una encuesta en línea disponible al público.
It is currently open now. It will be open until April 17th. It asks the exact same questions that we asked at the Easter egg hunt to select your favorite toddler amenities, your favorite gazebo, and then your top 3 choices for the fitness.
Ahorita va a estar abierto va a estar disponible hasta el 17 de abril. Son las mismas 3 preguntas que les hicimos durante la búsqueda de huevitos de Pascua, que serían el equipo que prefieren para los niños pequeños, el equipo que prefieren para el ejercicio al aire libre y para la glorieta.
As of today, we've had 31 responses. We would love for you all to continue to take the survey and get the word out, even if you put dots on the board at last week's event. The more input, the better. And the link is on the city website I'm sure we can get that for you, maybe in the chat window. And the scan is in the hallway, the lobby.
Ok, hasta el momento tenemos 31 personas que han participado en esta encuesta. Nos encantaría que más de ustedes lo tomen, aunque den sus comentarios sobre el evento de la semana pasada. Entre más información tenemos, mejor. Y les vamos a proporcionar el sitio web de la ciudad también, por medio de la ventanilla del chat, o lo van a poner ahí.
So what we've heard thus far between the survey and the pop-up,
Lo que hemos escuchado hasta el momento entre la encuesta y el evento.
we have had about 201 participants, which is great. Option 2 ranks the highest thus far for the preferred toddler play area. You can see it down here.
Ok, tuvimos como 201 participantes en general. La opción 2 es el que más prefieren para el área de juego de los niños pequeños.
Then options 8, 6, and 3. So you can see the corresponding pictures of the fitness equipment. Right now we're ranking the highest.
De ahí la opción 8, 6 y 3 son los que son más populares ahorita para el equipo de ejercicio al aire libre.
And then option 2, the more looking gazebo, so far ranks the highest as far as the preferred gazebo.
Y la opción 2 para la glorieta es la preferida hasta el momento.
So with that being said, we would love for you to continue to take the survey. We will be back here at the Easter egg hunt pop-up that is happening this weekend inside.
Entonces quisiéramos que si no lo han tomado todavía, que tomen la encuesta en línea, y vamos a estar de regreso en este próximo fin de semana para el otro evento de Pascua.
And the online survey is still open. It's open for another week and a half. So I really encourage you to take it, 4 or 5 questions. It's very quick.
Y la encuesta va a estar abierta hasta el 17 de abril, o sea, otra semana y media. Les aliento que por favor participen en la encuesta.
And then, on the design side, we are currently working on the 100% design development plan. So that's right before construction documents. And then we're in the process of BCDP. So that's the Bay Conservation, I'm gonna mess it up. The governing body that oversees the Bay development.
Ok, y estamos en progreso para tener el 100% del desarrollo del diseño, y también estamos esperando la revisión por el ente que supervisa el desarrollo del área de la bahía.
Any of the committee members have any questions?
¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta?
I'm wondering what type of baseball fields are, like, little league, little kids t-ball, or
It's all weather, so they would probably be peg spots for both. So
Okay.
60 and 90 feet, there would be opportunities for both. And because it's flat, it lends itself to softball, but there's always mounds that you can move out. But there's some programming still to discuss with.
Yeah, they're pretty close, so there's an overlap, so you wouldn't really have games, but for our junior giants and the programs that we do actively have here anyways. It would be great.
Ok, la pregunta era la cancha para béisbol, de qué tamaño es, o si cabe, o sea, para béisbol para más jóvenes o más grandes. Dicen que está de tamaño suficiente para diferentes tipos de equipo, especialmente por ser bastante plano, y ya tienen programas pensados para esa cancha.
my other question is around whether the library goals are considered in the plans for the the park extension. So they have a
Yes.
preliminary, okay. Thank you. It looks like it just from that.
Yeah, I'll maybe let the.
I'm sorry, did you say the library goals?
Yes. the
Okay.
plan For library.
Ok, que si las metas para la biblioteca siguen en pie, y dicen que sí.
Yeah, so you can see to the west is if there were to be a library expansion, we go to the west and at the moment, there's nothing planned for that area in this project. So it will remain a group picnic site.
Entonces, si fuera a extenderse la biblioteca, se extendería hacia el oeste. Hasta el momento no hay nada ahí.
And I will just say that that's very conceptual, hypothetical. The city doesn't have any immediate plans to pursue that.
And my last
Yeah.
question,
I'm sorry, sorry. Y ese es más un concepto. La ciudad no tiene planes inmediatos de seguir con nada ahorita. Please go ahead.
my last question is, whether this will change what is reservable at the park by the city.
Like the picnic area.
Well, like, yeah, would the gazebo be a different reservable area than the picnic area than the basketball court?
Most likely, yes, we do the picnic area still, and then the gazebo would be another rental. Somebody could do both if they wanted to. And we haven't really talked about the basketball court. The intent is try to get as much free play as possible since the gym is more reservable. So we'd like that open as much as possible, but that being said, we haven't gotten that far.
Thank you.
Okay, la otra pregunta es que si cambia cómo se tiene que reservar. O sea, que si la glorieta se reserva de manera diferente que el área para picnic, que el área para basquetbol. Entonces sí, que son diferentes reservaciones que se deben de hacer, aunque la cancha de básquet lo que desean es mantener juego libre lo más posible.
And we haven't really talked about that, like the programming in much detail. I would imagine that would be something we probably bring back to this group. Once we have a staff recommendation of how we want.
I don't know, currently with the field, we try to schedule open time for the public just to be able to play, and so it's not rented out all the time, or there's shared use of rented and public at the same time. So that's in our goal to kind of continue that too. Even though it's static and more demand, it'll be open longer too.
Right.
All year round.
O sea que desean mantener tiempo más abierto para las canchas y no tienen planes definitivos hasta el momento.
Is there gonna be lighting for the field?
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we're gonna use the lighting in the park, but not.
So for safety pathway, right?
Yeah.
Sí, vamos a tener iluminación en el parque. Sí, sí lo vamos a tener en ciertas áreas aquí cerca del camino.
Any other committee questions? How about from our members here? Anybody?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you thinking the possibility to have a place for artwork and then I don't think the library?
Sí.
In the library
Sí.
system.
Sí, tengo una pregunta, si tienen en mente un lugar, un área donde pueden poner arte, como murales, por ejemplo, cerca de la biblioteca, otro lugar.
So the library, there's actually a separate project that we just got $2 million in funding to renovate the interior of the library.
De hecho, para la biblioteca hay un proyecto distinto, por cual recibimos $2 millones de fondos para renovar el interior de la biblioteca.
And we haven't really started even on the design of that yet. We're gonna stage them. So this project's gonna go first and then we'll work on the library. But I think that's a good suggestion when that project comes. Yeah.
Sí, no.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Sí, no hemos empezado a considerar el diseño aún, pero sí pensamos en hacerlo por etapas, pero vamos a cumplir este proyecto primero y después trabajar en la biblioteca, pero esa sí es buena sugerencia.
And I think, so we had originally had a mural on the back of the restroom as part of this project. The grant that we have, that we are in the process of receiving will not fund public art. We are looking for other funding sources. That's still a goal. So we're looking for other opportunities to fund that.
Thank you.
Pero,
Sorry.
sorry. Pero sí, originalmente íbamos a tener algún mural en la parte de atrás de los baños como parte de este proyecto, pero pues los subsidios cuales íbamos o vamos a recibir no los podemos dedicar al arte público, entonces estamos buscando otras fuentes para cumplir con esa meta.
And as all of you know, when we have events in the picnic area, often in the back of that restroom is where it's almost the stage or where everybody presents from. So a beautiful mural picture back there. It's been an audition to try to actually get. Thank you.
Well, I have a question. So talking about the concept about the park, is there a chance to paint a mural in the basketball court, like in the floor, a design, very colorful, beautiful? Nothing realistic, just colors.
Sí, tengo una pregunta. Sobre el concepto del parque. ¿Hay una posibilidad de poder pintar algún mural allí en la cancha de baloncesto? Algo con muchos colores, no algo realista.
I think we can discuss that. I think, we are envisioning that as an alternative overflow event parking, so, I don't know, I mean, it's something we could explore, what the funding looks like. I don't know. Our
I
designer,
think if we, like you said, with colors and design,
Yeah.
that would still show the ports and all that stuff. Right, rather than people and all that.
I have, as you guys know, I'm an artist, muralist. I'm from Mexico City, and my city is like one of the most colorful cities. They've been doing murals all over, and that's what they've been doing recently in the soccer and also basketball court. And it looks just beautiful, and also it's like a welcoming to the because they just love color. Yeah.
It's right next to the preschool too.
Yeah.
And we think.
Maria.
Hi, I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. And I want to share that I'm extremely excited and happy that this is actually gonna take place. Because like 10 years ago, we used to meet with the idea of making more beautiful. So we had all these plans. 35 years ago, we met again, and here's my friend Darlene. She is the one who originally suggested that we have a kiosk, what you call gazebo. We were so excited about it. So to hear this great news is like a dream come true for the whole community. Thank you so much. I can. I can say
Así.
en Spanish. Gracias, yo lo digo. Le estaba diciendo que lo que yo tengo es un comentario, porque hace 10 años tuvimos unas reuniones a donde la idea era de cómo el canal se viera mejor, más bello. Y tuvimos reuniones, la comunidad, y claro, creo que a lo mejor por fondos nada pasó. Después, como hace unos 5 años o quizás más, nos reunimos de nuevo y Darling actualmente fue la compañera que sugirió que necesitamos un kiosco, que es lo que le llaman gazebo en inglés. Y estoy diciendo que estoy muy contenta que finalmente este sueño se va a realizar para nuestra comunidad y le doy las gracias.
I just wanted to make a quick comment. When you said kiosco, that reminded me of where my parents are from in this school. It's a gathering place, right? It's a gathering place. I find it really beautiful. There our community back home together.
Exactly.
Sí, solo quería hacer el comentario. Cuando usted dijo kiosco en español, me recordó de dónde son mis padres también y con esa palabra.
Any other questions? I guess. Becky, do we have any questions on Zoom?
¿Más preguntas?
Yeah, to comment on Zoom, please use the raised hand feature. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to provide public comment and will be muted once time has elapsed.
Para hacer un comentario en Zoom, favor de levantar la mano en Zoom y tendrá 3 minutos para hacer su comentario.
Steve, I do not see any raised hands.
No hay manos levantadas.
Well, we're gonna close public comment then. And Melanie, thank you for coming this evening.
Vamos a-
Hello, yo tengo mi mano levantada.
We're sorry.
No sé si va a haber traducción ahí porque yo lo voy a decir en español.
Sí, aquí está.
Primero, gracias por tomarse el tiempo de reunirse con la comunidad latina también y gracias por la traducción. Aunque al principio tuvimos unos pequeños problemillas, pero se resolvieron. Yo estoy aquí porque soy parte de Voces de Canal. Mi nombre es Verónica Duarte. Y me gustaría si también se pudiera tomar en cuenta lo de un mural que represente a la comunidad latina ahí en Canal. Y me gustó todo, nomás que algo me llamó la atención sobre las reservaciones. Yo quería que hicieran algo para la comunidad, ¿verdad? Pero que me llamó la atención como que dice todavía se tiene que pagar para disfrutar de algo bonito, ¿no? Entonces como que ahí dije yo, que hay de los dos bandos, o sea, se va a hacer bonito, pero hay que pagarlo también para disfrutarlo.
So thank you for having this meeting with the Latino community and for the interpretation. Even though we had some issues at the beginning, it all got fixed now, so I'm happy about that. I am here as part of Voices of Canal. My name is Veronica Guarte, and I would like you guys to consider a mural to represent the Latino community here in Canal. I did like all of the presentation. Just the only thing is about the reservations. So, we would like for you to do something good for the community, of course, but you also mentioned that we'd have to pay to use it. And so it's, to enjoy something that's pretty. So, it is pretty, but we would have to pay to enjoy it. So it's kind of a double, there's kind of a, two sides to that coin.
I think it wouldn't be a reservation only. There would be plenty of opportunities for folks to have free access and kind of like the picnic tables are now. It's occasionally rented out for a private party, but most of the time anyone is able to enjoy it as they would like to. So that would definitely, we wouldn't prevent people from using it when it's free, which would be the majority of the time.
Sí, yo creo que eso se aplica nada más a las reservaciones, nada más. Yo creo que habrá muchas oportunidades para la gente utilizar y acceder a estos servicios también, como pues sería más bien como son las mesas ahorita, que una vez en cuando alguien lo puede rentar por una fiesta privada, pero la mayoría del tiempo pues la gente lo puede utilizar, no queremos prevenir que la gente lo utilice, ¿verdad? Cuando está disponible, la mayoría del tiempo, la gente lo puede utilizar.
And I think the idea is if somebody really wanted it for their special event, their birthday, it was available to them, they could make sure they had it, but we still really want this to be a community.
Wanted to be I'm sorry, cut out for the last word. Community. Resource, thank you. Sí, y la idea es que, pues, si alguien de verdad lo quiere para algún evento especial, ellos pueden asegurarse que tengan esa disponibilidad, ese tiempo, ¿verdad? Con ese lugar. Pero principalmente esto será un recurso para la comunidad.
Ok, muchísimas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
La seguridad, porque actualmente tenemos la problemática de personas que tienen juegos indebidos, y alcohol y cigarros en un parque comunitario. Entonces no sé si tenían planeado también poner seguridad en el parque.
And so we also have the issue of people in other parks or some parks will go and they might smoke or drink or do other illicit activities. And so I was just wondering if there was any plans for some sort of security.
So we do, again, we had security cameras proposed. The current grant does not fund those, but we're still committed that that's something we'd like to have as part of the project. So we are looking for other funding sources for security cameras. We do know that security cameras aren't gonna do everything, and that's a challenge. Our hope is that some of the, like the fitness equipment and some of the other like really active things will bring in more positive behaviors and more positive activity that can discourage kind of those illicit behaviors. And I think that's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on, and if we don't see that, if we see those behaviors continue or grow, it's something we'll have to continue to work with, we'll have to work with the community on. But yes, we're aware of that as a challenge.
Sí, sí tenemos propuestos, pues propuesto la idea de cámaras de seguridad, pero el subsidio actual, los fondos actuales no pueden cubrir ese costo, pero sí estamos comprometidos en la búsqueda de otras fuentes para poder poner algunas cámaras de seguridad, y también entendemos que eso no resolvería todo. Sí es un desafío, pero esperamos que tener todos los aparatos para fitness, ¿verdad? Para ejercicio, puede atraer algunos comportamientos o algunas actividades más positivas y desanimar esos otros comportamientos ilícitos. Pero es algo que vamos a observar. Vamos a observar para ver si esos comportamientos continúan o si se empeoran. Podemos trabajar con la comunidad en eso, pero sí, estamos conscientes de esa cuestión.
Thank you. Gracias.
And I'm glad that Aurelia brought this up, because this is definitely, as you said, is an issue that has been going on for years. And I think it is time, because it is not so welcome for our children and families. A lot of them, they cannot use the picnic facilities for that reason. And I also have to respect, I feel I respect them as adults to do whatever they want to do, but not in front of children. So I'm wondering if there's any chance that we could collaborate, you with the police department or any other organizations or identities who could help us find an answer to either remove these people or find a place for them away from the family settings. Is there any possibility to have this discussion with someone else? Because the park that you guys are gonna renovate, it's gonna look so beautiful. But if this continues, a lot of families and children will not be able to actually have the fun that they deserve.
Yeah. And
Sí, y esta es una cuestión que ya lleva años en trámite, ¿verdad? Yo creo que es momento de hacer algo, porque pues esto no es algo de bienvenida para los niños y para las familias, ¿verdad? La gente tal vez no puede utilizar las instalaciones por esta razón, y puedo respetar adultos que van a hacer sus cosas, pero no deberían hacerlo en frente de los niños. No sé si hay alguna forma que podemos colaborar con ustedes o la policía u otras organizaciones para ayudarnos a conseguir una respuesta para, no sé, tal vez quitar esta gente de allí o buscar otro lugar para ellos, alejado de este entorno familiar. No sé si hay una posibilidad de tener esta conversación con alguien más. Sí entendemos que el parque se va a ver bastante bonita, bella, de hecho, pero si esto continúa, muchas familias y niños no van a poder utilizarlo.
Yeah, and I think, as you point out, Marina, this is a big conversation that would involve a lot of different departments. And I know one that's been brought up in a lot of different forums, and I appreciate that we just need to keep talking about it. And I think there's definitely will be an opportunity to collaborate with PD and it's something internally we've already been talking about. I think because of this big project, we recognize that, there's going to be this disruption, and we'll have to see when it's implemented, that we really want the community to be able to use it. But yes, I think that will need to be a cross-departmental, cross-community effort to look at options.
Thank you. Anything that Voces del Canal can collaborate with, we'd be happy to. still work with the community. So we need to assist. Thank you. Thank you.
Sí, como usted comentó, Marina, sí, es una gran conversación que involucra varios departamentos y que ustedes ya lo han comentado varias veces en muchos foros también. Y agradecemos ese esfuerzo y tenemos que seguir hablando de esto. Y sí, habrá una oportunidad de colaborar con la policía y también internamente ya estamos hablando de esta cuestión. Como este es gran proyecto, habrá un gran interrupción y cuando la implementamos y yo creo que así necesitamos colaborar entre departamentos y con la comunidad.
I would like to add, I think with the better turf fields and things like that, I totally agree that there's another component to that, like the middle-aged, little bit older kids who can come and play by themselves. We want it to be a safe place for them. And so maybe that's part of what we can integrate. So it's really an opportunity for everybody to come freely.
Sí, yo quiero agregar que también como vamos a agregar el césped artificial, los niños más grandecillos pueden también jugar solos allá y tiene que ser un lugar seguro que todos pueden integrar como parte del parque y que todos tendrán oportunidades.
All right, thank you. Now we're going to segue to the Canal Arts Albert J. Boyle Community Center mural proposal. And I'm going to turn it back over to Craig again, who will introduce this item and the team from Canal Arts for the presentation. Craig.
Okay, thank you, Steve. So I just wanted to say a couple of quick things to give some context for this proposal and what the Pickleweed Advisory Committee's role is in approving this proposal.
Sí, gracias Steve. Y solo quería pues comentar y dar un poco de contexto sobre este propuesto, cuál es el papel de este comité de consejería.
The city recently established a new public art review board, and we also established new public art review guidelines.
La ciudad apenas estableció pues una junta para revisar arte público y también unas guías y normas.
The Canal Arts recently submitted a proposal for a new mural, a community-based mural to be located on the Albert J. Burrow Community Center. And part of the public art review process is that if a proposal is received that would be located at the Pickleweed Park or at the community center, that will bring that forward to the Pickleweed Advisory Committee for review.
Y si recibimos un presupuesto para un mural nuevo, por ejemplo, Canal Arts, que propuso un mural nuevo basado en la comunidad, en el centro de comunitaria de Albert J. Burrow. Parte de ese proceso de revisión de arte público sería pues presentarlo antes del comité.
The Canal Arts have been really great at communicating with the city up to this point. We've been in active conversation with them, and there have been several revisions to the proposal based on staff review and staff comments.
Y el Canal Arts pues ya ha sido pues bastante buenos en comunicarse con la ciudad hasta ahora. Estamos en comunicación abierta con ellos y ya llevaron a cabo varias revisiones al propuesto según los comentarios y recomendaciones de personal.
There are several categories that we've been reviewing. And there's a staff report that details those categories. We're particularly interested in the Pickleweed Advisory Committee's perspective on the design and the representation of this mural's diversity for the community.
Ahí hay varias categorías para revisar en los informes de parte de personal. Ahí están apuntados detalladamente las categorías y tenemos interés en la perspectiva de parte del comité de consejería de Pickleweed, y para ver si este arte también es lo suficiente diversa para la comunidad.
So I'm excited to turn it over to Rich Storek and Meg Riley from the Canal Arts to share more on their proposal and the proposed art.
Yo estoy emocionado de darle la palabra a Rick Stork y Meg Riley para que ellos compartan un poquito más sobre la propuesta.
Hey, Becky, we're gonna need to share a screen now.
Vamos a compartir la pantalla.
Can you hear us virtually? Greg, can you hear us?
Steve, I can hear you.
Okay. We just got a warning symbol that we were having trouble. We need to share a screen. I think few people logged on.
It should be open. Let's see here. Yeah, panelists should be able to share screen.
We introduced, but yeah. Greg introduced. Oh, we said- no, okay,
I'm going to stand and deliver here. We do have a 2-hour presentation. We're going to reduce it tonight. This is a project that is, I think it's momentous for the canal, the community and the city of San Miguel. This is the first project that's going to go through the city's new public art review system. And we're honored to present it to you tonight. The concept.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Este es el primer proyecto que va a pasar por el Comité de Revisión de Arte Público y estamos emocionados de presentárselos a ustedes. And I'm sorry, can I ask you to speak up just a little bit, please? It's hard to hear you.
Yes,
Thank you. Perfect.
the concept of this artwork is to present an image, a visual image on the outside of the Oro Community Center.
El concepto de esta obra de arte es presentar una imagen visual en la parte exterior del centro comunitario.
The community center has beautiful art on the inside, but now it's time to do something on the exterior of the building. And we would like to show you the images that the artists Oscar Morales and Vladimir Cuevas have created. But first, I want to ask Romina Palma to explain the selection process that we went through.
El centro comunitario tiene obras de arte muy bonitas en la parte de adentro. Hoy es hora de poner algo igual afuera. Y estos son hechos por los señores Oscar Morales y Vladimir Cuevas. Pero primero quiero pedirle a la siguiente persona que explique un poquito sobre esto.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Good evening again. I am so excited about this project. And it was 5 judges. It was Omar Carrera, CEO from Canal Alliance, Meg Riley, Lynn Soldat from Dominican University, Richard Stark, our Canal Arts Director, and myself. We had 15 applications. They were all amazing artists, but they were the best. They were the best.
Estoy emocionada de presentar esto. Hubieron 5 jueces. Desafortunadamente no escuché todos los nombres, pero habían 5 jueces y habían 15 aplicaciones en total, todos de artistas asombrosos. Eran lo mejor.
So with this said, this is a project that started like 2 years ago. And I am so excited that the community will get to have a mural to see the history, where we come from, and the land where we live, to honor it and respect it. So I do hope that you guys enjoy and love the mural that they put together. And we will definitely waiting for this to happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Esto comenzó hace como 2 años. Estoy muy emocionada de tener este mural comunitario para que ustedes vean nuestra historia, la tierra donde vivimos. Espero que disfruten de este mural que hemos compuesto. Muchas gracias.
Okay, so I'm going to start. Well, my name is Oscar Morales. I'm from Mexico City. I'm a visual artist and a muralist. I have done some murals here in the Canal San Rafael, one in the Kernel City, along with Isidoro and Joan. This was done 2 years ago, and we're planning to make more in this area. So I'm going to share with you the project that we've been working on as a team with my friend.
Ok. Yo me llamo Oscar Morales. Hemos hecho ya obras para el canal de San Rafael. Este empezó hace 2 años y pensamos hacer más. Voy a compartir este proyecto que he hecho con mi amigo.
Before I continue, I'm going to introduce it to Vladimir.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for the translation. As Marina said, and Rich, my name is Vladimir Cuevas. I am from Mexico, Oaxaca, and I've been living in San Francisco for more than 30 years. I am an artist. I've been painting murals. I've been doing sculpture, and I'm ready to show our proposal.
Let me move on.
Como dice Marina, yo me llamo Vladimir Cuevas. Vengo de México, de Oaxaca. Tengo más de 30 años de vivir aquí. Yo soy artista y hago murales y esculturas. Y ahorita les vamos a presentar este proyecto.
Bueno, move on to mural design. What we've been working on for almost 5 months already. So we went through some changes and we're working on it. We talked to the Miwok tribe. There might be more changes on the main Miwok in the right. This one, that one right there. To get the authentic custom.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part. You're going to make changes on this person?
Yes, so we've been working with the Miwok tribe, the Coast Miwok tribe, to get the authentic custom.
Oh, okay. Ok, entonces este es el mural en el que hemos estado trabajando por 5 meses. Estamos trabajando en algunos cambios, específicamente con la tribu Miwu, para ver que sea bien auténtico el vestuario del hombre que está a mano derecha.
Okay, so the mural is based on the past, so many years ago, to the present, for the people that has immigrated to the North America, which is Marin County.
Esto representa el pasado de hace muchos años hasta el presente para las personas que han estado emigrando a este condado de Marin.
So the 4 themes that we're going to talk about in this mural are the native Coast Miwok, the immigration, the community, and how they confront the COVID-19 during the pandemic.
I'm sorry, what was the first one?
The Coast Miwok, the immigration.
Okay.
The
Okay.
community, and how they confront the COVID-19 during the pandemic.
Ok, entonces vamos a hablar de 4 cosas. De Miwok, la costa Miwok, la inmigración, la comunidad y cómo afrontaron la pandemia de COVID-19.
So I'm gonna start here on the top right-hand corner on the world. So for the Miwok, it was very important, the land, because they took care of the land for so many years. And in the return, the land took care of them.
Ok, entonces voy a empezar en esta esquina. Los Miwok, ellos cuidaron de la tierra y en cambio la tierra cuidó de ellos también.
In the same image, we show the Bering Pass, where they used to immigrate from the Asian continent to the American continent, which is the area of Marin County.
Ok, y también está aquí el Bering Pass, donde el país asiático, las personas de ahí emigraban al país americano, que es aquí el condado de Marin.
So I'm gonna move here in the back.
Thank you.
Can you guys see it okay?
¿Lo pueden ver bien?
Okay, so in this part, in the back, we are representing the past of this culture, the post-Miwok and their tradition.
En esta parte estamos representando el pasado de los Miwok y su cultura y tradición.
As you can see, we have a canoe, which was built out of tule grass, and they use it for travel, to make trades with another native culture, and also for fishing.
Ok, como pueden ver, tenemos una canoa aquí hecho de césped, plantas, y lo usaban para viajar y hacer intercambios con otras culturas y también para pescar.
So if we move to the right, we have a woman, a Miwok woman, carrying a basket, which they were very skillful making baskets, and it was made out of willow branches, and they use it for storage and to serve food.
Ok, aquí a mano derecha tenemos una mujer que lleva una canasta hecho de ramas de perdón, un árbol y lo ocupaban para almacenar cosas y llevar cosas.
So if we move to the right up corner, we can see the houses. This was the traditional houses. Some of them were made out of redwood barks, and other ones out of tule grass.
Ok, aquí a mano derecha podemos ver las casas tradicionales que tenían, hechos de diferentes materiales, entre árboles y plantas.
Okay, so if we move to the front, we have the same canoeing, but with the people of the present, the Miwok, how they keep alive their traditions. Here's a guy wearing a cool hat, cool glasses, and safety vest.
Ok, entonces en esta parte tenemos la misma canoa, solo que en el tiempo presente es como las personas Miwok mantienen sus tradiciones. Vemos el señor de atrás que tiene su gorra, sus gafas de seguridad y su chaleco de seguridad.
Okay, on the right, in the main Miwok, he's dancing, wearing the traditional clothing in a ceremony.
Y aquí a mano derecha está el hombre Miwok bailando y usando la ropa de la ceremonia tradicional.
Okay, that covers the Miwok part.
Eso cubre el arte Miwok.
So I'm going to move on to the wells. The wells represent the immigration. It was very necessary. It's very necessary for the wells every year to immigrate in search of food and also to reproduction.
Ok, hoy voy a pasar a las ballenas. Esto representa la inmigración. Es importante que las ballenas emigren todos los años en búsqueda de alimentos y para la reproducción.
As we humans immigrate in search of new horizons and opportunities.
Así como nosotros los humanos emigramos en búsqueda de nuevos horizontes y oportunidades.
So in this part right here, we're showing the Central America map with different countries, all the way up to the North America, which is now Marin County.
Ok, aquí enseñamos el mapa de Centroamérica hasta arriba, hasta Norteamérica, donde está Condado de Marín.
And on this area, we are representing the Asian continent.
Y en esta área estamos representando el continente asiático.
Okay, so before I continue, I'm going to let Vladimir to take the rest.
Y ahí voy a dejar que Vladimir hable lo demás.
Thank you, Oscar. You did wonderful, thank you. So again, we are so proud to present this design. We've been designing this project for months, and we just want to say that we designed it with a lot of pride, love, and respect.
Ok, solo quiero decir que estoy orgulloso de presentarles este diseño. Tenemos meses de estarlo diseñando y lo hemos hecho con mucho orgullo, amor y respeto.
So now, if we go to the middle of the mural, we have the Quetzal bird, which in our cultures, the pre-Columbian cultures, means as the whales, the migration, but also something very important, means the light and the goodness that I think we needed at this time in the world.
Si vamos a la parte de medio del mural, vemos el pájaro quetzal, que en nuestras tradiciones precolombianas es igual que las ballenas, la inmigración de las ballenas, y también representa luz y bondad, que es algo que necesitamos hoy en día.
Correct. Now, if we go in the front, we see 3 children, and we represent with the children the present, the past, and the future.
Y si vamos a la parte de enfrente del mural, vemos a 3 niños. Estos niños representan el pasado, el presente y el futuro.
The one to the right, it's the child open the hands, looking at the past, asking for history, trying to learn the past.
La niña a mano derecha tiene las manos extendidas, está pidiéndole al pasado la historia y tratando de aprender sobre esta historia.
The one in the middle, the girl, it's saying, I'm right here, I'm right now, I want to learn, and that's the present.
La niña de en medio está ahí diciendo, aquí estoy ahorita y quiero aprender.
And the one at the left is looking, and is looking forward, is looking to the future, is looking to a better life.
Y el niño a mano izquierda está viendo hacia adelante, viendo hacia el futuro, buscando una mejor vida.
Now, something very important, right behind them, we have Voces de Canal.
Algo muy importante, detrás de ellos, justo detrás de ellos, tenemos Voces del Canal.
Yeah, those are the women's silhouettes who it's the representation of women that they got together the year 2014, and they've been working so hard for the community, for the people, but especially for the children. And we as artists respect them a lot.
Estas son las mujeres que han estado trabajando durísimo desde el 2014 han estado trabajando muy duro para la comunidad, para la gente, pero especialmente para los niños. Y nosotros como artistas las respetamos muchísimo.
Now, right at the top, we have the atom. The atom for us is the basic of the unit, the basic of life.
Ahí tenemos arriba de eso tenemos el átomo, que para nosotros es la unidad básica de la vida.
And then speaking about life, we continue to have and this the figure of the virus, the COVID virus, which we had a problem, we had a pandemic. The pandemic is gone. So in that particular figure, it's breaking down and it's suffering the transformation to a new life, to the flowers, to renewal of life.
Ok, entonces, hablando de vida, tenemos la representación del virus de COVID. La pandemia ya terminó, ya se fue, pero esto se está transformando a nueva vida a las flores.
Correct. And right at the top of the mural, we have Quetzalcoatl, based in two Nahuatl words, which is Quetzal, the bird, the light, the goodness, and Coatl, which is the snake, excuse me, which represent the Mother of Earth, and it's to protect the Mother of Earth.
Ok, y ahí a un lado tenemos Quetzalcoatl, que son dos palabras, Quetzal, el pájaro de luz y bondad, y Coatl, que es la culebra, que también representa a Madre Tierra y queremos proteger a Madre Tierra.
And now I'm gonna finish this explanation with the coyotes. The coyote is really, really important. And I'm going to finish with one sentence, going back to the coyotes, to the Miwok, to the right-hand side of the mural. And this is what the coyote represents and is very important in the basis of the Miwok culture. Thank you so much.
Y de ahí termino con los coyotes. Esto es bien importante y está entrelazado con la parte derecha del mural, que son los Miwok. Ellos están bien entrelazados con la cultura Miwok. Gracias.
This is Rich Story talking again. We are now in contact with the Federated Indians of Latin Rancheria. And we do have some comments coming from them saying, well, some of the images of our culture are not quite correct, but we have some suggestions for you. So there will be a few adjustments made to the mural before it is completely painted on the wall. And it's going to be with the blessings of the Coast Miwok, which we've been trying to get for months. Thank you.
Perdón, sí hemos estado en contacto con la Federación de los Indios, que nos han dicho que algunas representaciones no están completamente correctos, pero que sí tienen algunas sugerencias. Entonces vamos a hacer los ajustes antes de que quede en la pared.
So just to make a point of the mural, this image that we have right now, if you see in the bottom, all the bushes are lined up in one size. And Oscar is going to present the other image, which we have the bushes that they are physical right now. So we are trying to propose to the city to remove these ones and to add a new ones to make a better visual to the art.
Tenemos dos rendiciones de esto. El primero, pueden ver que los arbustos están pequeños y ahorita esta segunda rendición es como están los arbustos ahorita. Entonces queremos hacer una propuesta para eliminar estos y sembrar nuevos para que sea más bonito para el arte.
Gracias.
We have any questions or comments from our committee?
¿Hay preguntas o comentarios?
I just want to say muchísimas gracias. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
it's a really beautiful execution, especially presenting the Coast Miwok people, recognizing what they saw through, and we're united. You know, we need to remember that we're one community. But anyways, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really love the presentation of the children, especially. I think me as a mother, that's one of the things I hope to pass on to my child as well, is retaining that culture. My parents, myself too, my child, and going forward. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Quiero decir que muchísimas gracias, que esto fue algo muy bonito en representación del Coast Miwok. Quiero reconocer que están reconociendo por lo que han pasado, y quiero decir que todos somos unidos, somos un pueblo. Y me encantó especialmente lo de los niños. Como madre, a mí me gusta mantener la cultura. Gracias.
Any other committee?
I just want to say I don't come to this, I'm on the Park and Rec, so I'm an alternate, I don't come that often, but this is amazing. So, and I really appreciate the intentionality behind all of the components of it, and I'm just so impressed, I can't wait to see it.
Before we open up to public comment, I just want to say too, it'd be nice if this project is approved to have a print of it, but maybe like our previous presentation where they had the one where certain things were, to number this and then have your definition, because your explanation of what everything was so
Yeah.
meaningful. And if we could maybe have that inside, people could come in and just see what it meant, but it just told the whole story. So
We definitely have in mind all of that explanations and everything go through step by step, definitely.
okay,
I'm sorry, entonces sería muy bonito si llegara a ser aprobado este proyecto, que tuviéramos una copia y que también tuviéramos una explicación, así como usted explicó todo lo que representa el mural, para que la gente viera esa explicación.
now do we have members of the public who'd like to speak? Yes.
¿Algún miembro del público que quiera hablar?
Mi nombre es Luis y en lo personal, a mí me parece que es una muy buena idea. Me gustan mucho las imágenes y los colores y yo siento y veo como que le da más vida pues, al pico.
I think it's a very good idea. I like the images and the colors, and I think it gives more life to the place.
Mi nombre es Vicky Tenorio y yo soy también parte de Voces de Canal. Y yo soy esta noche porque quería conocer a los dos pintores y los apoyo en este proyecto. Es de verdad fantástico. Me encanta, me siento identificada como mujer latina y como madre. Me encanta este proyecto. Hoy que lo han explicado mucho mejor todavía y yo apoyo este proyecto para que quede aquí por bastante y por muchos años.
I am also from Voces de Canal. I admire both painters. I support what they're doing. I think it's fantastic. As a Latina, as a mother, I really like it. I want to give my support for this so that this can be up for a long time.
Mi nombre es Darlene Ruiz, soy del grupo Voces del Canal, vivo en el canal y este proyecto lo habíamos platicado ya hace mucho tiempo con Rick, Marina, y nos encantaría que al parque se le diera más vida, más luz con este proyecto y nos gustaría que por favor nos lo aprobaran. Hablo en nombre también de mi comunidad. Se va a ver muy bonito el parque. Gracias.
Gracias.
I also live in Canal. I'm sorry, I'm also from Voces de Canal, and I live in Canal. This is a project that we've been wanting for a long time, and I think this will give the park more life and light. So please approve this.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Aurelia Vargas, también pertenezco al grupo Voces de Canal y yo apruebo este gran proyecto porque nos identificamos. Esto proyecta varias culturas
migración, comunidad y el pasado, el presente y ahora el futuro, ¿verdad? Nosotros trabajamos mucho con el problema de COVID, alentamos a toda la comunidad y a mí me encanta este proyecto y me gustaría que fuera aprobado y que en varios lugares de la comunidad de aquí en Canal tuviéramos muchos proyectos como este. Muchas gracias.
I am also from Voces de Canal, and I approve this great project. I think we need it. There are it talks a lot about the community and the past and the present. And with COVID, we've had some difficulties in the community, but I hope that we have other similar types of projects in other areas.
Mi nombre es Irene Mendoza, yo soy parte del grupo de Voces del Canal y quiero decir que me encanta mucho el mural. Hemos estado jugando mucho para que haya murales. Recuerdo una reunión hace 4 años, estuvimos en la propuesta de la remodelación del Pickleweed y que en ese tiempo parecía un sueño, como no sabíamos cuándo iba a suceder y estoy tan feliz de ver que los resultados están viniendo y el mural es algo que nuestra comunidad está pidiendo a muchos que se nos represente la cultura, la inmigración, los sueños que cada uno de nosotros traemos a este país. Entonces también estoy apoyando y también estoy pidiendo para que aprueben este mural que esta belleza en la comunidad.
Hello, yes, I'm also part of Voices of Canal. We have been, supporting and trying to get murals approved for about 4 years now, and it feels like this one is a true dream come true. This mural is something that our community has been asking for, and it helps represent our culture and our dreams and everything that we try to bring to this country. And I really do support this, and I hope that you can support it as well. And I would like you to approve this.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Alex, and I'm a teenager of the community. I think this mural and project is pretty good, and I hope that in the future they could be more murals or projects like that, because to me it's interesting, and also for the rest of the teenagers, I think it's really good, the mural, and it's pretty good for the new generation of kids. Thank you.
Hi, interpreter comment. Sorry, I'm not able to hear clearly. The voice is too quiet. It's not that I'm able to make out what he said. I apologize.
So, hola, muy buenas noches a todos presentes. Mi nombre es Alex y como un joven de la comunidad, para mí este proyecto es como muy bueno y yo pienso que para el resto de personas de mi edad o más jóvenes les interesaría bastante, como a mí me interesa, y le da como una vista diferente al Pickleweed Park y podría ser como mejor para la nueva generación y también espero que en el futuro pudieran hacer más proyectos murales como este. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias. Any other comments? Yes.
Bueno, buenas noches, mi nombre es Cris Vargas y también soy parte de Voces del Canal y yo apoyo que ojalá y logren aprobar este mural que es hermoso y más ahora que sabemos todo el significado de lo que representa. Gracias, es todo.
Hello, I am Ms. Vargas from Voices of Canal, and I support I support you hopefully approving this mural. It is extremely beautiful, and even more so now that we know the meaning of what it represents. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Also, can I read 2 comments from people online?
Can we just finish with the people here first and then do that?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hola, mi nombre es Cristina González, soy del grupo de Voces del Canal. Yo quiero darle las gracias a los niños y todos que me están apoyando. Y ahorita que comentaron acerca del mural, yo recordé muchas cosas de parte de mi vida, de cada fotografía, de todo lo que hemos pasado y que la comunidad ha pasado. Y yo les pido por favor que lo aprueben. Muchas gracias.
Again, I do apologize, but the volume is up 100% on my end, and I cannot make out what they're saying. It's very quiet.
I believe she said that
Okay.
this mural reminds her of her culture. And so in short, she would like you to support it, please.
Yes.
I see we have a videographer in the room. Your explanation of this beautiful work was so moving and really enhanced the experience. I know you guys are thinking about doing takeaway paper interpretation. If you had a placard or something that had a QR code where you can link to a website to hear you in your own voice.
Yes.
And then to hear the community respond in this way, so powerful.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sí, la forma que usted explicó esta obra de arte hermosa, es muy conmovedor. Y yo no sé si sería tal vez una buena idea de apuntar pues allí en un como cartel, pues una traducción de lo que representa y también un código QR con el sitio de web de usted para ver cómo responde la comunidad.
Any more in-person comments? Okay, if you could do the ones that were first in the chat, that'd be great, and then we will take Zoom comments, live comments.
Yes, I will go ahead and do that. Here they are. So it says, yes, hello, my name is Annabelle and I'm part of Voices of Canal. I support the art that these painters have decided on, and I agree with them. Second comment says, good evening, my name is Maria Salinas. I'm a volunteer at Voices of Canal, and I am in love with this project and the work of the painters. I feel like it represents our cultures and is very exciting to see this project come to fruition. Thank you very much.
And Becky, do we have people online that would like to comment?
Thank you, Steve. To comment on Zoom, please use the raise hand feature. Each speaker has 3 minutes to provide public comment and will be muted once time has elapsed. We do have 2 attendees. I do not see any raised hands.
Close comment. And then I would like to request a motion in a second to recommend a conditional approval of the Canal Arts Public Art Proposal and paint a mural on the exterior of the Albert J. Boyle Community Center. Second.
Sí, entonces, yo creo que vamos a cerrar el comentario público y quiero pedir una moción y un apoyo para la moción para aceptar este mural para el exterior del centro comunitario. Y dijo que yo sí pido la moción y yo apoyo.
Okay, Becky, did you get that? Nancy made the motion and Janet the second. Take roll, please.
Yes, thank you. All right, let me get to my roll call. Okay, Miguel Gutierrez,
Yes.
Nancy Palacios, was that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Kate Sprague?
Yes.
Janet Sanchez? All right, motion approved. And Steve, it looks like Craig has his hand up.
Okay, Craig?
Thanks, Becky. I just wanted to mention, first off, thank you to everyone for your comments. Thank you so much to the Canal Arts for that presentation. I just wanted to share the next steps in the process for this mural so everyone understood what would come next.
Bueno, se aprueba la moción. Y lo pasamos a Craig. Craig dice gracias a todos por sus comentarios y a Canal Arts por la presentación. Ahora quiero compartir los próximos pasos del trámite de este proceso del mural para que todos sepan lo que sigue.
So the city will be continuing to work with the Canal Arts and the artists on any additional comments or feedback that we receive to incorporate into the new design.
Sí, la ciudad va a continuar a trabajar con Canal Arts y los artistas. Y los comentarios y retroalimentación adicional que recibimos, vamos a intentar de incorporarlo en el diseño.
The Canal Arts will also be presenting at the next Public Art Review Board meeting, which we will be sharing the date of. That has had to be rescheduled. We were not able to get quorum for that meeting. It was scheduled for April 12th, but we're going to be hoping to schedule a new meeting date as soon as possible.
Y Canal Arts va a también presentar en esa reunión ante la Junta de Revisión de Arte Público. Queremos compartir esa fecha pronto porque tuvimos que cambiar la fecha. No pudimos conseguir una mayoría de la Junta para esa reunión. Iba a ser el 12 de abril, pero esperamos poder programar esa fecha lo más pronto posible.
If the Public Art Review Board approves the project, then they would be recommending to send that proposal to City Council, and City Council will have the final approval of the project, and that meeting date is yet to be determined.
Y si esa Junta de Revisión de Arte Público lo apruebe, pues la recomendación sería mandarle al ayuntamiento de la ciudad ese propuesto. Y el ayuntamiento va a decidir si lo aprueban al fin o no. Y todavía no determinamos cuál es la fecha para eso.
And I just wanted to say thanks again. It was really great to see everyone's perspectives and for the presentation. Thank you so much to the Canal Arts and the artists.
Y muchas gracias nuevamente. Fue genial ver todas las perspectivas en la presentación y muchas gracias a las artistas y Canal Arts.
Thank you very much. Now, we still have a long meeting ahead of us with some great presentations. You're welcome to stay, but I know it's getting late, so if you'd like to leave, you may too. But
Thank you, Steve.
we're gonna get on to the next part of some great programs, and
Thank you so much, everyone.
yeah,
Thank you.
for coming. Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for
Oh,
coming.
one night. Thank you.
You too.
Bye, thank you.
Congratulations.
I am.
Thank you. Is there anybody that's remaining that would still want interpretation? Can we ask online if there's anybody that's participating that still needs interpretation or would like interpretation?
¿Alguien aquí presente todavía desea alguna interpretación al español?
And I'm seeing no members of the public still in attendance at this point. I think we're down to panelists online.
Yeah, they have exited, our attendees have exited, so do you have anyone there in-house?
Oh, we're good. So Marina and Charles, I want to thank you for being flexible with us. This was the first time we've done it, and we're going to try to work out the bugs for next time, but you were fantastic, so thank you both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both so much for your flexibility this evening. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
All right.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
So move things along, we can go to item 4, which is Summer Co-Sponsorship Application Committee recommendations. It's the YMCA. At our February 1st meeting, we received applications and presentation from the YMCA requesting a full co-sponsorship of rental fees for the proposed YMCA summer camp at Average Borough Community Center. Who's having to stop the inflation? Talk a little bit quick to try to get us through. The program, which is supported by Santa Fe City School, plans to serve 70 school identified students with a safe program that will provide academic, social, emotional, developmental, all free of charge for the participants. Staff recommends, as has been done in the past, that the program grant enough rooms to successfully base the daily activities while maintaining the ability to accommodate other programs in the center. Should the committee agree, additional rooms may be granted by staff on a daily space available basis. As the Pickleweed Advisory Committee has had time to review the co-sponsorship application, recommendation is needed to grant a fee reduction, grant a full fee waiver, reject the application and ask the applicant to resubmit with additional information, or reject the co-sponsorship application altogether. Members must also consider the committee's annual total allocation of $140,000 in fees that can be waived. The nonprofit value of full co-sponsorship totals $22,400, while still retaining space for other programs. A free fee reduction or waiver would potentially result in lost revenue to the city should paying programs be interested in renting the facility at that time. The YMCA has agreed to reimburse the city the facility attendant fee of $25 an hour for opening the center an hour early in the mornings. As the committee has had since their last meeting to review the application, are there any additional questions by committee members? And Marissa, is Marissa on? Yep. She's still there.
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay, thanks for hanging in there. So I wanted to say, if nobody has any questions, anybody in the audience have any questions for the YMCA?
Steve, we do not have any attendees at this time.
I agree. Then I request a motion and a second to grant the YMCA a fee reduction or waiver for use of the rooms necessary to conduct a summer camp program from June 20th to July 28th, for permission for staff to grant additional space on a daily basis depending on availability.
I move that we grant a full fee waiver to the YMCA summer program.
Okay, we have a second.
I second.
Yes. Becky, if we can do a vote, please.
All right, thank you. Miguel How Gutierrez. Nancy Palacios. Kate Sprague.
Yes.
Janet Sanchez. Yes. All right, motion approved. Thank you.
You, Becky. Great. Congratulations, Marissa. We're gonna see you this summer.
Yay, thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna go to item 5, which are the school year co-sponsorship application and final report presentations. And while the Pickleweed Advisory Committee reviews all of the following co-sponsorship applications and final reports, staff from applying agencies will provide a program overview and support their applications, which are before the committee. Committee members will then have the opportunity to ask questions of the applicants. For all of them, the Pickleweed Advisory Committee has the authority to grant a fee reduction, full fee waiver, reject the application and ask for more information, or reject the application altogether. A fee reduction or waiver would potentially result in lost revenue to the city should a paying program be interested in using the facility at an event. The committee will make the recommendations for all school year applications at the June 7th, 2023 regular meeting. So the first one is Drawbridge. Drawbridge has been offering the weekly expressive art groups at the Albert J. Borough Community Center since 2013. The city, through the Pickleweed Advisory Committee, has been fully co-sponsoring the rental of the rooms for that program since 2017. The activity fits well in the center, especially in the art room, and appears to have a core following of children who truly look forward to attending. Drawbridge offers a weekly expressive art groups program for children in shelters and affordable housing facilities. The program provides children a safe, fun, supportive environment where youth from ages 5 to 18 can use art to build community, process stress, and explore difficult emotions with creative expression. The term of the proposed art program is from September 11th 2023 through August 26, 2024. The applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $1,320 for use of the art room on Mondays from 3:30 to 5:30 excluding holidays. And Tracy is waiting here from Drawbridge, and she can further expand on the program.
Can you share my?
You can say, you're welcome to come up as you're presenting to the table. Stretch the whole.
You talk left.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
So thank you so much for having us with you tonight. For more than 30 years, Drawbridge has provided free weekly arts programs for children in shelters, affordable housing facilities, and community centers across the Bay Area, as Steve said. Our organization was founded in 1989 by art therapist Gloria Simoneau, who had developed a highly effective method of using the creative arts to help young people work through complex emotions associated with family challenges and housing insecurity. Since that time, we have served over 35,000 children in communities across the Bay Area. Our programs are offered in Alameda, Marin, San Francisco, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, and Sonoma communities. Our mission is simple. At Drawbridge, we provide children with the opportunity to tap into their creativity and build self-confidence through expressive art. Our vision takes this a step further. We believe the benefits of the expressive arts should be accessible to all children. Drawbridge connects children with a creative expression, their community, and a wider world of possibilities. At the core of what we do are our weekly free art programs. We offer free quality art supplies. Drawbridge's trained facilitators provide a safe and supportive environment for each child's self-expression and exploration of the creative process. We are always free for the families we serve. Drawbridge programs are offered wherever children live, in emergency shelters, affordable housing facilities, and in trusted community centers here at Lake Laurel, removing those financial and transportation barriers for our participants. Drawbridge has partnered with the Alberta Borough and Pickleweed since 2013 and has presented programs in the town for over 25 years. On average, we serve 50 unduplicated children per year who attend this group, collectively 450 more times a year. From September to 22nd, 2022 to February 23rd. I'm tired. February 2023. Our total program attendance was approximately 228 collective attendees, up 11% from the previous year. I think it's important to note that Drawbridge's partnership with the Borough Community Center really serves as a model for other cities and organizations. Many of our programs are offered in shelters and transitional housing settings. So participation is often limited to those who live on site. This place is unique for us, and that it is the long-standing success of the public-facing model that we have at the Borough Center that's really inspired new partnerships with other civic organizations, including the City of Alameda, the Housing Authority, the Recreation Parks Department of Alameda, Marin MoCA, and we are soon to launch a Drawbridge program with Marin Free Public Library. We are holding this organization, this partnership as our countywide models. We are so grateful for that. It really is one of our most valued programs, and it is we're using it as a model. In addition to our longstanding programs, we are exploring ways to make our ongoing programs even more engaging for the children in the communities we serve. In 2021, we piloted the community arts program here at the Borough Center with local artist Isadora Adelpo Angelis. I think it's here. he worked with our youth artists here to create traditional apprentice in honor of the Day of the Dead. And thanks to the success of that program, I'm excited to share that we wrote and received grants from the National Endowment for the Arts and the California Arts Council to expand this program. And now we have the funding for a 2-year program that selects 5 artists from the communities where they serve and then does residency. So we will be able to place artists in different sites across the region, and that will begin in May. With 5 artists this year and 5 artists next year. So we are really excited that pilot program happened here and because of the relationship here we have with all of you here and the children here. So it's very powerful. We also have a new initiative offered by Drawbridge as part of our ongoing programs, which is our Summer Art Adventures that captures the fun of a summer camp experience to ensure that children have access to the arts beyond the school year. Led by Drawbridge's talented facilitators and area artists, children get to explore themes of art, nature, and community and their community and their neighborhoods and beyond. Children here at the Albert J. Borough last year created temporary community murals that include paintings of local animals, birds, and insects, and we graciously displayed it for people in the community. And so we will be doing activities like that throughout the year and continuing that program as well. In addition to these wonderful programs, perhaps one of Drawbridge's most popular new initiatives is our materials and supplies distribution. In the face of the pandemic, Drawbridge made a commitment to provide ongoing art supplies for the children we serve despite distance. And this meant securing the funds to purchase additional materials, packing, and distribution to supplies to over 1,000 children across Dudley County. We heard so much feedback, positive feedback about this, and that those gave us the families the opportunity to continue their experience that they have with our partner sites into their residencies and residents and homes. And we didn't want to do that just once a year. We have a wonderful partnership with Vans and Flick and other community leaders that we do our Vans distributions, hundreds of backpacks every holiday season. But now we have started a new creativity kit distribution, working with Blake Marin Subaru, Scrap, and the Rotary International to put creative prompts into these bags to have the Drawbridge experience, be able to go home with families. And here is an example of the Mission San Rafael group stuffing bags. They paid for all the supplies, and they will be giving these out to kids at Borough in May. So it's a wonderful way to not only engage the children here, but the larger community is excited about the programs that are happening here and stepping up and helping us fundraise and be able to provide those materials to these children. Lastly, I just want to share an exciting initiative that's starting this month, including here at the Borough Center. One of the ideas that came out of the conversations from the pandemic was that while lots of other organizations are able to take children on field trips and take them to museums or galleries and things like that, since our goal is that we go where people live, we don't usually go back out. So we thought we would bring the museum gallery experience to the children and let them be the stars of the show. So this exhibition will launch this month celebrates the work and the power of creativity to bring us together. As part of the celebration, the works of Drawbridge youth artists, and I will say all youth artists, every child in our program across all 7 counties will participate. They will be featured in a pop-up exhibition during their regular program time, so we can invite their friends and families to come and join us. We'll have a reception and beverages and focus on their own gallery in the state. Then we're going to collect the works of children who want to lend the work, and we're going to be doing pop-up exhibitions across our counties and service region. And we'll end with a closing party at the Marin Art and Garden Center, collecting all works collectively. An online exhibition will also key the show. And so the children will not only share that out into the larger community, but kids will get to see each work and they're at different sites. So that's really exciting. So we are so thankful for the Pickleweed Advisory Committee, the City of San Rafael, and the Albert J. Borough Centers for all of you do to support this program. None of this would be possible without your generosity. And thank you for letting us share some of the exciting initiatives that we're doing and our hopes to really connect children with San Rafael with creativity.
Are there any questions from the committee? Very thorough presentation.
Is it a drop-in class? So kids can come and go, they don't have to sign in advance.
Yeah.
And it's just anyone who happens to drop by during that time.
I think the wonderful blessing in person of this program, is sometimes we have so many interested that they don't have to put caps on the side. They just want to stay in the studio, but normally in person.
Any questions from the? Tracy, thanks for coming tonight. For your hard work with the program. Now we're gonna go to item 3, which is the Tamalpais Adult School. The Tamalpais Adult School and Bahia Vista Elementary School provide a free English as a second language class here at the Albert J. Local Community Center to support adults to learn English to thrive in their community. The program targets local parents, especially those whose children attend nearby Bahia Vista School. The term of the proposed adult program is from September 11th, 2023 through May 29th, 2024, with breaks during school holidays. Tamalpais Adult School and Bahia Vista Elementary School are requesting a full fee waiver valued at $2,835 for the use of a meeting room on Mondays and Wednesdays from 8:45 to 10:45. Jeannie, we're going to turn it over to you for the presentation.
All right, thank you. I will just, okay, share my screen and then introduce myself. Good evening. My name is Jamie Nash. I'm the director at Tamalpais Adult School. We're part of the Tamalpais Union High School District. And we have a short presentation. I know that you guys have more to do and we're going to keep it short. And I'd like to have my two staff members introduce themselves.
My name is Cindy Winship and I am the ESL instructor that works here Monday, Wednesday. But I don't know how long is that? 3 years. Yeah.
COVID's messed us up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, how long? More, yeah.
My name is Samuel Chavez. I am the paraeducator for the Tamalpais DC McGarrett, and now I'm facilitating tests and answering students.
Well, we're really thankful to be part of the Albert J partnership, or to have a partnership with you. And we couldn't do our, kind of like the last presenter, we like to bring our programming to the community where the need is great. And so that is what we've been doing both here with Albert J and also at Bahia Vista. And so probably for the past 5 years, we've been in partnership with Albert J and Bahia Vista. And this year, since we're mostly back in person, or in person, we added another class at Bahia Vista because the need was there. So we know the need is growing, and we're doing our best to try and meet and offer as many classes as we can. Of course, there's a teacher shortage, so there's a little bit of a struggle for us to just find qualified teachers to continue expanding. So a little bit about us. We're part of the Tamalpais Union High School District. We are a school that is 91 years old. We're WASC accredited, we are well funded. We offer 3 primary programs: English as a second language, GED high school diploma, and a career home care aid class. And all of our classes are free. All the materials that we provide per class are free. So students are not charged anything. We have a Chromebook loaner program, which we started with the onset of COVID. We have a paraeducator, Sam, who is incredible and works with students one-on-one to get them comfortable using technology. And so we have a lot of different services. We have Cindy, who's an amazing teacher and knows how to build a community in the classroom. And it's a wonderful partnership. So I just kind of talked a little bit about some of the support and services. In addition, I'll say that we also have a college and career counselor from College of Marin who comes out and presents to the class about options for continuing education at the college level, how to pay for that, classes of interest, careers. So there's lots going This is one of our home care aid classes. We brought you goodie bags because we get to do that now that we're in person. So we have a couple Cam Adult School goodies. We have our newest flyer for this home care aid class, which is a free class again, that prepares students to work in the home care aid field. And while we don't do it here at Albert J, we really hope that people will hear about it in Albert J and want to participate. We're bringing this class back to Larkspur this May, June. We've been doing it online. A little bit, I think I've kind of talked a little bit about this. We serve just a little under 500 students annually. Again, our model is to try and bring classes to different locations where the need is high. We're a growing staff, about 15 teachers, one director, one paraeducator, and a couple clerical staff. And we do online and in-person classes. So I didn't mention that we have today I verified we have 80 students on our wait list. It's a lot for ESL alone. And so we'll be starting an online class with just an incredibly qualified teacher that lives in LA that worked with us during COVID. And so we're trying our best to just sort of be creative and meet the need. And then I thought maybe Cindy could just say a few words about the students that you have in class. Sure. And these are actually Cindy's students. The hours are on the last column, which are impressive. There's a couple new students in there, but you can see that there's really great attendance, a lot of good participation. So just maybe a few things about who's in your class.
Yeah, so again, I've been teaching at this site for a few years with the COVID interruption. But it actually is it's a mixed level class, so we get some new speakers. I just got most of the Latino background, but I do have a Ukrainian woman who joined maybe 2 months ago. And it varies. I have some young men who are in their early 20s, and also older women who are in their late 50s, and some middle-aged people as well. And it's a really great community. I think my students love coming to class. They've created their own community, and I was nervous about this Ukrainian refugee joining our class because the students have a really nice rapport and lots of laughing and joking, and they do speak Spanish on their, I speak Spanish, they speak Spanish. So when we're not in class, we catch up in their native language. But they have fully embraced this Ukrainian woman, and we all joke that we now speak Ukrainian, and of course we don't, but we do know a few words. And it's just a really special community, and I think everybody really looks forward to being here and putting their best foot forward and trying to learn English at whatever level they're at. And it's really nice because a lot of our students walk, others take the bus, but it's a very central location, and they would not, most of my students would not be able to get to Larkspur, which is our home site.
So just to add on to that, one of the benefits of having the class here and during the morning is a lot of them are parents as well, so their kids are at school, so this is the only time they have, because most of our other classes are at night between 6 to 8:30 p.m. when their kids are coming home, whether they're doing activities. So the time frame also really works as well a lot for these parents, because it's the only real opportunity they have to come into classes. So that's always important as well.
And we've been getting more rest.
Yeah, that
In the morning.
well, yeah.
That works a lot.
Go in here. These are just some of the partners that we have. My computer's gonna just shut off in a minute, so. And thank you guys very much. This is our annual graduation. These are GED folks, GED or high school diploma folks, and we really encourage students to continue on and then really go on to college. That is our goal. Thank you very much.
I need to do a plug and say what a great job Cindy does. She really makes it a fun atmosphere for the students, and they come in early and they're setting up before she gets here even. And they just, there's a lot of laughing and, you know, well, yeah. So it makes a good learning environment.
They all help each other out too. I mean, because of that being multi-level, that's always something up here that teachers can have, but now it makes it work, and they're all helping each other, and they're all pushing each other, and loving themselves, even outside of school. I've noticed they're helping each other. And they really put that task is actually really well done. So,
If there's any questions from the committee?
Yeah, how are people accepted? As in like, is it like a first come first served basis or?
yeah, so one of the nice things about the, yeah, it's a really good question. One of the nice things about the morning class though is a lot of the people that do register for us want night classes. So the morning class is pretty open and available, but it is a first come first served basis. They do a quick test to see which level they're in, and then if they want to take morning classes. Yeah.
And there's been times where we've had to hold because there was no space left. And so, and like I said, we have a key person waiting with us, which is great. Thank you.
Any other questions? Questions from the other guests that are here? Well, thank you for coming in. And
Thank you for having. I'm gonna leave, we have about 5 bags on. Yeah, thank you.
thank you. Okay, now we're going to move on to item C, which is the Canal Alliance Marin Football Club. The Marin FC and Canal Alliance are continuing to partner for a second year to provide instruction in competitive team play to underserved youth in the Canal and East Santa Fe community. The program will also offer life structure and positive socialization, which is critical for youth in their early teens and address the needs of many families in the community. As noted in the staff report, staff followed up with the applicant to clarify questions based on information that was not clear in the application, including program budget, actual field use times, potential of fields closing September 1st due to the enhancement project. We have Evan online by chance? You are there.
Yes, I'm here. Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, turn it over to you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I had planned to be there tonight, but I came down with a cold, which looks a lot like COVID, so I didn't want to bring that to the room. The program we're proud of. We've got 75 kids the first year. We've got plans to grow it. It's a fledgling effort, and so we're working on how to expand it, how to raise funds for it. So far, Marin FC has been able to cover the majority of the costs associated with it, but the access to the fields are critical. So keeping the times and the extent the same as the prior year is plenty for us to continue to bring more program within those parameters to what we hope is increased enrollment. The goals of the program to open the doors to higher level soccer that Marin FC offers all across Marin to over 1,000 players has really sort of taken its first steps with Canal FC and the 75 to 80 kids that are involved that are excited to come back for the next season. So I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Any members have any questions on the application? Anybody else? Evan, all that waiting and you're off the hook. Thank you. And as
we're excited about the park project too.
Yeah, and I know the timing's not great for the season, but we will keep you posted as soon as we find out. But as you might have heard in the presentation, a few things up in the air with PCDs, rules, other things, but I think in the end, we're all going to benefit from that. So
yeah,
thank you for hanging in. I hope you feel much better.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night. Item D, Parent Service Project. Parent Service Project has utilized the Albert J. Borer Community Center for their Learning Together programs since 2007. The program has been co-sponsored by the Pickleweed Advisory Committee and has been popular in attendance over the years, thus reflecting community interest and need. The developmental play group for children 0 to 5-year-olds and the parent caregiver teachers or teaches parenting skills, helps parents strengthen their relationship with their child. In addition to encouraging the healthy development of infants and young children, the program helps to build a support network in the community and provides connections to community resources, organizations, and programs. The term of the proposed preschool age program is from September 7th, 2023 through June 7th, 2024. Although listed on the co-sponsorship application, the applicant is aware that the multipurpose room is not available for co-sponsorship on Fridays and is prepared to pay for the room on that day through the city's traditional rental application process. Parent Service Project is therefore requesting full fee waiver valued at $10,260 for use of meeting room 3 on Wednesdays from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the multipurpose room on Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., excluding holidays and closures. Being the Parent Service Project conducts a program all 3 days at the Albert J. Borough Community Center, the city realizes an estimate of $8,910 in revenue from the rental of multipurpose room for the program on Fridays. Cecilia Hudson is here. So she's the leader of the activity and she can expand on this application more.
Guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. I don't have a presentation in PowerPoint. I just have, thank you for mentioning what PSP they do that's happening in the communities. So I just want to say that one of the things that we did it last year, was serve over, it was 180 exactly families over the following seasons. We were able to collect by donations. We were short actually, but we were able to serve 180 families with toys and something with clothing and things like that. Not only that, we have a group that helps the children with socialized, emotional, and learning to play. We provide services like from the community, like resources. So I do kind of half and half. So I do some case management 2 days out of the week, and then I provide those services to the families. And then we help them when they need help with electricity, to pay the electricity bill, or to find assistance for housing, or maybe referral for legal aid and things like that. Resources that they never heard before, or sometimes they have a very little language, and that's how I support them every week. And so I have a lot of families that are very successful. And some of them, they even take the classes from the ESL. And we also provide workshops with the community mental health. So what we provide, it's we have a counselor that comes every other weeks, and then we provide services to the families. So we teach them how to do family enrichment, behavior, and things like that. And then when it's a higher level, then we refer them to develop services. One more thing, I wanted to mention that last year, after COVID, so long, we were able to celebrate anniversary Christmas, and I learned from Steve that he loves Christmas. I've never seen him smile so much and laugh and like even sing it. It was so special. Thank you. Thank you.
Fun program. Any questions for Cecilia? What she said?
About how many do you get? We have 4 classes. We have Thursdays and Fridays. We have the groups, 1 from 10 to 11:30, and then the other from 10 to 12 to 1 day. And we serve in each class about 15 parents, but they have 2 children, and others have 3 babies. So it's like about sometimes about 40 people in each class.
They have to sign up before.
They do, they need to register with me to be able to participate, and they usually come and just drop in and they said, okay, I want to participate because my friend told me I want the playground, I like it, I heard about you, and so they want to register and they be able to participate. We don't want to have too many families, so that way we provide quality services.
What is the Wednesday?
Wednesday, it's the class for the older kids. Yes.
Celia, thanks for
Thanks.
being here tonight,
Thank you.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Definitely.
Okay, item E, Troop 2000 is proudly called the Abertay Borough Community Center in Pickleweed Park home since forming in 2000. The city, through the Pickleweed Advisory Committee, has been co-sponsoring the rental of the room for the program since the troop's formation. The activity fits in the center's schedule, and the scouts are always agreeable to change rooms, or move outside with the pressing need to use the multi-purpose room for special events. Troop 2000 regularly gives back to the center and the canal community by volunteering and performing special projects in support of an individual member's Eagle Scout project. In past years, the scouts have repaired the center's back deck, made improvements and repairs to the Pickleweed playground, repaired park signboards, and performs projects in the canal community garden. We also call on Troop 2000 to support us with community events such as assisting with the Dia de los Muertos procession by guiding participants safely through the streets of the canal neighborhood. The term of the proposed Scout program co-sponsorship is from September 11, 2023 through August 26, 2024. The applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $3,960 for use of the multipurpose room on Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. excluding holidays. Here to support their application is Scout Master William Coronado.
Thank you, Steve. Good evening, and thank you. Save the best for the last, I guess. We're very thankful that we continue to be here at the park, the community center. Right now, we're in the low time. We only have about a dozen scouts. The scouting has a funny way that sometimes you get a lot of young people. The minute drops down. This is continually going. Our troop is still going. It's very exciting. I've been doing this for about 37, 38 years in Marin County. And since year 2000, I opened this troop here in the canal. And it's been a success through the whole time. Right now, I got a lot of young people. And we used to have a pack, which is for the younger scouts that graduated and become into the troop. The park is closed. It's been closed for quite a few years now. So those scouts used to come in to be scouts. Now we pick them up from the street. That's different because they don't have the base. So some of them don't stay on it. They move on to the things. The families move out of town and so on. But right now we have over a dozen scouts. Very excited to see that for the last 2 years they're growing up and engaging some of them into the program. It takes a while. We're going camping, they're working in advancement, fully uniform. So that excites me to keep going. You know, they're still, you know, they're all in uniform, they're doing their things, and it's very exciting for me to see that. Because as you know, Steve, a couple of times I've been wanting to just give it up in the sense of maybe another leader should come up. So I continue to work with them. We're going camping this weekend to Tama Ranches, Scout Camp here in Fairfax. And so we're excited to continue with the program. And have a committee, it gets together the parents and discuss, get your support financially in certain events just to support the program. And then thanks to the community and community center, we'll be able to meet here for every Monday. So we're hanging in there. I personally.
You've shared before, we've got some new members of the committee, but the success of the Eagle Scouts, when people go through the program as far as going to college or on to other careers, is pretty high.
We have quite a few, we have about 50 Eagle Scouts. They started from very little up to the age of 18 and graduated. And I will say out of the 50 Scouts, 2 boys in now continue to college. One of the reasons that those 2 boys in now is because they were not legal in the country. That's a problem. But, now what I confront these new young fellows, and I tell the parents, it's important to get these things in order because these young men will have challenges in life later on. Everybody else went to college and graduated. I got guys in the Navy, I got guys all over the place. But those 2 boys, they never made it. It's sad to hear that, you know, but it's the reality of this. Sometimes they have to deal with that. Very successful. Marin County is doing very well nationwide in the state of California, and the numbers of scouts that we kept We had a problem nationwide. We lost lots of scouts. In California, Marin County done very well because many families are doing the middle class scouts into the program, so our numbers continue to be very well. Our council is doing very well, so we're hanging in there through 2000. We win competitions in the snow, competitions in first aid, competitions that we're doing from a rancho for skills and things like that. So it's a little troop. The only Latino troop is very powerful. And, that's what I'm hanging in there. It's a lot of fun for me. Keep me young.
That's pretty good for male kids to get awards in the snow.
Yeah, no, yeah, very good. It's a whole different experience for them when they go up there and they do the things. They realize they can do these things. It's gotta be a little fair. It's the program all.
Do we have any questions for Willie, what I said? All right, thanks for coming this evening.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for continuing to keep it here, and we'll do our best. Thank you.
Willie, have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, now we're gonna go back to the YMCA. Item F. The Albert J. Borough Community Center, Pickleweed Park has hosted YMCA Learning Hub Summer Camp school program supported by Santa Fe City School District since the pandemic to support now youth and families. The program is free to all participants who are identified and referred to the YMCA from the student's school. The application requests use of many of the center's rooms and amenities, as done in the past with both Kids Club and YMCA program in order to accommodate other offerings in the facility. By co-sponsoring YMCA with 3 meeting rooms and the picnic area daily. Additional rooms are granted daily space available. The fiscal impact of $51,045. Therefore reflects the base fees and all the extras that went beyond one. And Marissa is still here, I believe, to support this application. Hello again,
Yes.
Marissa.
Yes, I'm still here. And I have my presentation, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if I can do it with. Ooh, where's the little button guy? Okay.
Slideshow.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm Marissa Williams from the Marin YMCA. I'm here to talk to you about using the Alburo Community Center for next school year, but here's a look into our Alburo YMCA after school program so far in 2023. So our Alburo YMCA after school program has 36 students from Bahia Vista, 34 from San Pedro, and 70 in total, with 9 staff with kind of varying schedules to provide care for those 70 children. We receive grant money to the YMCA from Santa Fe City School District, around $350,000 for the year for the program. And last year we began in January, and of course, in partnership with you guys, the city of Santa Fe, for the spacing. Our enrollment is done through the Santa Fe City School principals, community liaisons, and school staff. I identify youth that live in the Canal community. At Alburo, we provide academic support, arts and crafts, games, sports, team building, STEAM activities, and more. The children receive academic, emotional, and tangible support from all our Alburo YMCA staff. And our other partners are the Santa Fe City Schools to make this possible. A typical day at our after school program is picking up the kids from Bahia Vista. San Pedro gets dropped off to us. We have homework and snack. They play outside on the playground. Then we do tabletop activities. And then on Wednesdays, they either do clubs or varying other enrichment opportunities that I'll share in a minute. Our ideal outcomes are enrichment and skill building, so providing a space for youth to explore a wide variety of activities and develop skills in the areas that they enjoy and thrive in. Building community, so allowing youth to build relationships with others that live in the Canal community outside of their school's community. And emotional learning, where they work with youth to build lifelong skills of self-awareness, connection building, self-management, and conflict resolution. Also this year, in partnership with our Marin YMCA Aquatics Department and their grant, the children in the program received 8 swim lessons at no cost to the families. The swim lessons developed the children's endurance, strength, and coordination. The swim lessons prepared the children of all ages to be strong and confident swimmers. The YMCA swim instructors used a skill-based curriculum in a safe environment, so the students got to learn to stay safe and have fun while in the water. Also, some other enrichments that we've done so far this year is with us being able to use the gym space in partnership with Serving Up Hope. The children completed a 6-week tennis basic enrichment program where they not only learned to play the sport, but also learned how to problem solve, develop teamwork skills, strategy, and to practice good sportsmanship. Additionally, the presentation that's going on here, the children got to learn about water conservation skills through the rock steady juggling performance, and it was a very informative and interactive experience. Also for this 2023 summer school district partnership, we have partnerships with San Rafael City Schools, Novato Unified District, and Shoreline Unified District. And that's it.
Do you have any questions for Marissa about the YMCA program?
I have one question. Does San Rafael City Schools ever suggest adding students from other schools that also live in the canal?
So we do in intercession, which we offer, have children from other schools, but right now currently we're also on Short Elementary School campus where they're providing the funding for children from Sun Valley and Glenwood Elementary. The rest of the school sites have either like LEAP, BACR, or some other type of program that's offering those same services. But during intercession or sometimes summer too, we also take the children that live in the canal community from Glenwood and Sun Valley, which are our identified schools with the San Rafael City School program.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Questions? Marissa, thanks for hanging in there so long.
No worries at all. Thank you guys for having me.
We hope you have a great evening.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. Bye, everybody.
After an hour or 2.5 hours, I'm ready for a little Zoom. All right, Stephanie, thanks for being patient. So Pickleweed, formerly Whistle Stop, is interested in continuing to provide an experienced instructor to offer a free weekly Zumba class to older adults here at the Albert J. Borough Community Center. Additionally, there continues to be a strong interest in older adult programming in the canal community. The term of the proposed older adult program is from September 7th, 2023 through August 29th, 2024. The applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $2,010 for use of the gymnasium on Thursdays during the school year from 10 to 11 a.m. and the multi-purpose room during summer, excluding holidays. Stephanie McNally, the Director of Health Aging at Vivillon, is here to support your application.
Hi, good to see all of you. I do need to share my screen.
Okay. Go.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to reintroduce myself, Stephanie McNally. Actually, I'm now the Chief Programs Officer at Vivillon. About a year ago, I came here and met with Steve and Stephen to find out what the needs were for older adults here at the Pickleweed Community Center. And I learned that one of the top needs was movement, some sort of fitness exercise. So we worked, and there was a lot of back and forth, but we finally made this class happen. Our beloved Zumba teacher, who is already teaching 2 days a week at our Healthy Aging Center, was able to come here one morning a week and teach. And I think it's been a really great experience. I'm really glad she's thrilled with coming here. And I think from some of the information I'll share with you, the people who are taking advantage of the class that happened over the almost last year, are really pleased with it. And our goal is really to grow that and provide additional programming for older adults here. And I know we've just launched a bingo size class that we're teaching in Spanish and Vietnamese on 2 days a week. One is Wednesday, which is your senior day, and then on Tuesdays. So we're just really excited to grow our programming, but we'd love to continue Zumba. And so what I thought I would do is not talk so much about Vivillon, but talk more about the success of Zumba here with the West, almost here. We actually have been talking to participants, to instructors, to hear what they're saying about the class. And everyone that we've surveyed has had really positive things to say, and have noted improvements in their emotional, social, and physical well-being as a result of engaging in the class. And these are all just a collection of quotes, because I just think that's really where you're hearing from the individuals who are taking the class, or the opportunity to get this free fitness class designed for older adults with this amazing instructor. Now, I'm not going to read each one of these quotes. I'll let you guys take a look at it, but it's definitely, healthy aging programming overall, and it's just been very well received. And I remember one of the questions this group asked me last year was about language, because everything you have here is Vietnamese and Spanish, and we talked about how we would what a challenge that was and how we would address it. And our teacher is bilingual, so she speaks Spanish, but not Vietnamese. And I remember saying, because it's mostly a movement class, not a lot of instruction, there's a lot of loud, energetic music and a lot of movement, that was really all that, that the students needed. And it's turned out really that people feel like it's easy to follow. And so dance is kind of almost an international language. But it was really a trial for us. It was a pilot, and I feel like it's been very successful, and we're hoping we can do it again in the coming year. And so I've talked quite a bit about our instructor. So actually, if you haven't met her, this is Jimna. And these are actually comments that came from her students. Her nonverbal communication is amazing. She's very upbeat and positive, punctual, professional, but she really is just the heart of the programming even that we have at the Healthy Aging Center. And for us, the instructor is key. And so being able to provide that she's available and that we can provide her time here to teach the class is very exciting, and very exciting for her as well. And then just a little bit of data over the last year. So we've served 30 unique individuals and provided 24 Zumba classes. 12 people have taken Zumba 5 or more times. Overall, based on the data we're able to collect, the Zumba program seems to be making a positive impact on people's lives. The instructor shared positive feedback and that she loved teaching the class here. And just want to end with, we would very much appreciate the opportunity to be able to improve upon the program in terms of maybe increasing participation and continue to offer the class free of charge here at the community center. Thank you.
If I can just add a couple of
Sure.
things. It's my observation that the class is attracting not only Canal folks, but we get in Spinnaker and Bay Point. So it's a nice mix of different people all getting along. And then last Thursday, we had a daughter bring her mother who appeared to have advanced Alzheimer's. And they were early and I could, I was working front desk and I was just noticing strong behavior all the time. But when she got in that class, all she had to do was follow along and she was loving it and smiling it. So it's quite a mix of people in that class, which is nice.
Yeah, and my understanding too is that some of our participants at the Healthy Aging Center that come to the Monday, Wednesday class will also come here for class, to your point. So it's attracting, people from within the community, but also, in the Maricopa area. So, yeah.
Are there any questions for Stephanie? She's here.
So I see your target group is 60 and older.
Yeah, just in general, with an organization, we serve the older adults in Marin County. But, the 50 or 40-year-old wants to join the class, our goal is really that the fitness class is geared for older adults and we keep them moving, but we don't really check the CBA for the person walking in the door. And one of the other areas of programming that we've been expanding over the past year is intergenerational. So if we had younger people who wanted to join this class with older adults, we would be happy to do that. Yeah.
Any other questions? Stephanie, thanks for hanging in there so long. I'll play your cool stuff tonight too.
I didn't realize I was gonna get that whole mural presentation, it's amazing, and the renovations, to the park, so if I had to stay later, this was a good meeting.
Good.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5, do any committee members have any updates or reports, comments? No, we just want to get out. Okay. Just to follow up with our early thing, we'll be here Saturday, or we will have a team here Saturday doing outreach for the during the Easter egg hunt for the enhancement project. So we'll be in the lobby doing that with the seed egg hunt. This week. Kind of much out. We'll talk about it next time. Pickleweed fields, we had hoped to open them early next year with the possibility of the fields closing early. We're trying to move everything up. Unfortunately, Public Works, the park staff have been so busy with all the storm damage. They were really working on several things over in Albert Park, and it's just been too wet to get out there. So they have not yet been able to fill the holes and seeds. Still getting people jumping the fence, try to chase them out all the time, but we understand we want them to be able to play, and that's why we're changing to all-weather turf. So hopefully by the end of April or sometime in May, we'll open up. We usually open up in June. So we want to get that going. Most of you might have seen that the additional street parking is opened up, and hopefully that's going to help our parking lot a little bit, because that will be signed. It hasn't been signed yet, but 24-hour parking, and so people will think, okay, I don't have to move as often go there. So it's not going to solve things, but hopefully it makes things better. We're happy about that. And then we're getting ready for our summer activities. Our brochure will go out May 3rd. We have lots of camps and classes here. We're putting together a variety of different dance camps and classes for youth and adults. Sports camps, basketball clinics, Junior Giants baseball program, Canal Mini Soccer League, got voiceover class, volleyball camp, and Canal Karate continues to be good. In fact, many of the students are going down to Las Vegas this weekend to compete in the international tournament. Yeah, it's pretty cool that they're doing that. And then we are planning the summer to have our movies in the park on September 22nd. 2 weeks ago, we did a survey on Facebook, and then we did a lot of handout old-fashioned flyers. We've got a lot of people from the program signing up for that. So I won't tell you that Super Mario Brothers was picked, but we'll find out. So in a nutshell, that's it. Anybody have any questions about it?
So when you say the flyer goes out on the 3rd,
The brochure.
the brochure, is it a paper brochure?
Yes, it's like a little catalog and gets mailed to every resident.
Oh,
in Santa Fe.
it's like the general center.
For all the.
Okay,
Right.
awesome.
So we're a little unique in that the programs that I just mentioned that we put on are listed in there, but all the co-sponsorship are always moving, so those aren't typically in there. So the center's got a lot more happening with shows of that. Those are the ones the city does, people can register through us. Okay, and then before we close, I want to give a special thanks for Becky for coordinating the online portion today. We have some new challenges and you handled them perfectly. And I really appreciate you always taking minutes at this meeting. So thank you, Becky. Craig, do you have any comments before we close out? Okay, Craig's at the California Park and Recreation Society Annual Conference down in San Diego. So he's missing out on some recreating, I think. But we appreciate you being here and supporting us tonight. And our next regular meeting will be on June 7th, 2023. Do you have anything to add, Catherine?
No.
Are you awake? You can run home. All right, we'll adjourn the meeting at 9:45. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.